welcome to Psi Divine. I appreciate you being here. This is a reading for the collective tonight. We'll see where it goes. And as usual, my messages tend to be for those who need it right at this time. So let's see what's here. Hi, Torini. How are you? All right, let's see if I can get this to work right. So, because there's noise, I thought it would be interesting to see the noise maker that lives under my desk, sort of. But I can't get the camera. Sit, bear. Sit. Okay, there we go. Hello, everyone. I'm okay. No complaints. At least not today. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Everything is turned a weird way, though. How are you guys doing? Let's see my crazy desk. And there's Bear. Okay. All right. I'm done with adjusting and moving shit. All right. But now you guys can see the noisemaker, at least one of them. The other one walked out. And occasionally my shoe. Bear. Bear. Can you eat this way? No one wants to look at your bum. There. Okay. Okay, relax. Sit. Okay. No, he's not a puppy. He's 4? Yeah. Okay, get down though. Get down. Get down. Okay. No, he just looks like a puppy, but he's faster than anything you could imagine. Oh, I guess he left. Where'd he go? So anywho, let's see if we can focus now. But you guys at least get an opportunity to see when, and Musa will make his way back in here at some point. Oops. That is not the one that snorts. The one that snorts just burst through the door. Here he comes. Yeah. See the difference? Moose, can you sit over here? Out. Come sit over here. Get on the camera. Out. Leave your bum. Come. No, no, no. This wasn't an invite. Get down. Come over here. Up. 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 Under. Come. Sit. 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 It's beef rib day. No one's listening to me. Yeah. And now the little one. Now the little one will be an annoyance. Moose. Moose. See, he just ignores me. Anyways. No one listens to me. Yes, sorry about that distraction. Maybe it lightens up the energy there. Okay, minus the sounds of bones crushing between teeth. Which is usually like the most horrific sound for me, like, ah. And I have to listen to it for at least 3 days now. So, yeah. Everyone, let's have a comfortable, relaxing breath. Hope you guys are all doing okay. I'm just going to do some numbers. Where's my yes? I'm just going to do some numbers, and we'll see what data comes out of this. Unless somebody's having something that needs emergent data. Emergency data. So let's have a look. Things we'll hear is what I'm hearing. Things you've heard. Things you've heard, things you'll hear. Let's see. My desk is a mess. Okay, well. So we are somebody, where's my pen? Cycles, as usual. Cycles and overthinking, but it's coming from a place where there was a blockage because of overthinking. Moving to a more peaceful place here. But that's interesting because We have 888 going backwards. All right, so let's put the story here. All right, so if we're looking from up above, it kind of looks like walls. Okay, so we have walls and we have what I feel is coming out of the wall situation, crossing over it. So we're going to hear about somebody getting over something. What is this? Feels like a relationship. Someone coming out of a relationship, changing the way they see things. Moving to higher heights is what I heard. Reaching for higher heights. Now, somebody, this feels like an abusive relationship. Something that leaves another person feeling insecure. But at some point, waking up to one's divinity, waking up to, I don't have to put up with this shit, which is a good thing. It is recognizing, maybe don't call it that, but it's recognizing the mirror of the self. Realizing how another person makes you feel, not really putting up with it. We have 111 for those of you who like your angel numbers. And this is, at this point, getting comfortable with talking for some, speaking up for self, talking in public for others. What I just heard was literally ain't no love, Trick. What the hell? Ain't no love? Okay. Well, right here, there is a, so wrapping it up. Wrapping up the bullshit symphony. And it doesn't mean an ending, but it does, to me, suggest an ending in giving. The giving of useless emotions and giving free rent space to people who just like to create war, the jealous, the careless others. This is, for me, enlightenment, because we're coming out of it here. And the wall that happened because we might have said yes to the wrong things, well, we're coming out of that. And we leap over the wall with our awareness. This is, if you were a stock, you would be rising in value and getting over that wall of conversation, fear, the newness of it all. Now the 7 being in reverse here, this is feels like the cycle one goes through when they are realizing that you might have been dealing with a false truth for a little too long. Where'd you go, bear? Okay. So this really feels like okay. Hopefully not beating up on yourself, but hopefully healing, realizing healing needs to happen for the self, getting some relaxation. But for others, it's going to be anger. It's going to be some blocks, okay? Stepping into the unknown of realizing you might have been surrounded by some bullshit artists that it's breaking a cycle, but it's a stressful break. And sometimes it's stressful because you're just being hard on yourself. You might have been realizing that the bully was not as strong as you thought. So we might have given too much energy out, too much free red space. Wow, okay, so we get 8. All right, so we get 8 and we get 8. We get a 2 in reverse, we get our 2 in reverse. Why did I do that? I think that was 20. So we get 9. All right, so this, coming out of this into the future for whoever's going through this, there is a new cycle. It's a cycle that involves greater organization, logic, which is always a good thing. And it's expressing another side of yourself. It's getting to know another side of yourself, enjoying it. It's strength. Cautious on the controlling part, though. I think the important thing to remember here is not moving into the dark elements of self because you're too hard on yourself, too angry, too frustrated, and not being too upset with yourself for feeling like you've wasted time on those thoughts. With the 2 in reverse, though, it feels to me like it feels like needing to remind someone or stay mindful of your intuition. This is understanding that you've ignored some of your intuition. We can start paying attention to it now, those little moments when we know better but go along to get along. It hopefully gives you an opportunity coming out of this to address shyness issues. For others, I don't see rage issues going on here, but I do see, how do I put this? Chaotic confusion and a magnetic connection to conflict. So maybe coming out of this, we understand the value of teamwork and dream work. Understand that, maybe it's time to make different choices, perhaps different moves, what I just heard is Cardi B, money moves. It might be about making money moves at this time. It's about understanding that some people that you might have given rent space to were asleep. If that's not a good enough reason to let go of any negative energy, then you're doing it all wrong and you're going to repeat this cycle again in the next people coming into your life. So we want to get out of that. We want to make sure we're aware that we're always manifesting. You have the magician energy. All of you do. So we create with our thoughts. We create with what we want. We create with what we focus on. We create with what we hate. So here's a new start, another opportunity to literally reinvent the self. Let's see what else we get here. What's coming out of this? I feel like we need to talk about lust. That's the deck that caught my attention. Now, lust for me, all things considered, includes want, the things that we want. And that includes the, one-on-one stuff with another person. It also includes wanting a car, wanting a house, or just the things that we're thirsty for. That's how I'm applying this deck here. So let's see. There's the 8. Good Lord. And our Knight of Wands. All right. I'm not reading these in reverse. There's another 8. What's going on? Another 9. Wow. Okay, so we get the Page. We get the Knight. Wow. For some of you, you want change. You'd like a whole new crew of people to work with, which makes sense. You may want a whole new crew of people to date. Some of you are going to just want new offers. Some of you are swiping until your fingers bleed. Some of you do have offers. You just, I feel like there's offers for multiplicity, for duality over there. But I feel like some of you are stuck over here. Now, those who are feeling the cycle energy and ready to do something different, you should know that it's there for you if you choose to, for sure. Oh, did Bear go night-night? Bear go night-night? Okay. Well, Bear went to sleep. So we have, for those of you in the dating world, you have a lot of offers, is what I'm saying. You have a lot of interest, like a ton of interest. But it looks like the interest that is, you don't see them as being anything else except movable furniture. For those of you who have something that you want in the form of a new job or are considering such, you should know that there are offers, people who are interested. What's that? Ew. All right. Well, there's the Tower. We don't like that card very much. The but in the situation is the ego. It's the fear of moving forward. It's a fear of the what ifs, which is here. The Two of Swords. We get this, you don't have to be confused or afraid to make new moves, but there are blocked emotions we're avoiding. Why? Because we may find comfort where we are. In the Ace of Wands, it's, I don't say lazy, but it's like I'm chill. Even though there's other opportunities right outside the window. It could be the spirit of just choosing not to make moves. So, what I'm feeling right now is the energy of the slow-cooked frog. The boiling frog. Here's another 2. Some of you are really... Okay. For those of you in the dating world, you're being very picky. For those of you who are considering dating, you're so picky. I'm wondering if you've left the house. You should go out if you're thinking about dating. You should consider going outdoors. Don't be an old lady like me. I don't like going out anymore. But for those of you who are looking for a date, you have so much interest. It's off the chain. Now, some of y'all even might have an ex that might be a little bit of I don't want to say they're baggage. It's okay. So it's a little baggage. I get it. How do you give advice after that? Okay. In the Ten of Swords, well, while yes, things can improve with the flip of a light switch. While it can do that, maybe we do want to work through our baggage, but not forever. Because it looks like fire season right now. I mean, yo. If I had the energy, this is like some young whippersnapper energy here. This is hella busy, but technically not really. Opting for self, waiting for someone or something so very specific. Wait a minute. Oh, the devil's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we got some stuff to let go of. Tori, you love being an old lady. I do too. I'm just not motivated for this shit anymore. I'm really not. I have relatives, and when I see them like walking around in their little tube socks and high heel dresses, and it just, I'm like, don't your feet hurt? Like, why do we do all this stuff? Like, I remember when I thought that was a good thing, and now my feet just hurt. That's a weird sound. Okay. So here we have the Star. Which is weird because it's a choice. It's interesting to me. Baggage is how we acquire the baggage, and then we forget it even exists until it's time for someone new to come along. And then we dump the baggage on them, right? So here I see making a decision to just not fucking do it. Oh, ladies, or guys, if this is you and you've been hurt. Now the wheel is here, and it's hanging on to control. You're holding on to the luggage. And ladies, it's luggage. Gentlemen, it's luggage. This makes for easy resentment. Some of you have come out of an abusive relationship. Some of you are coming out of an abusive relationship that you haven't even identified as having, it's like, was that abusive type thing? And if you have to ask that question, the answer is yes. And it falls into that thinking everyone is like, they're all just alike. Okay. Oh, and as Eskimo makes comment, here comes the King of Swords. All right. Well, it came out in reverse, so it could be somebody who's being harsh mentally or emotionally or verbally. Hopefully it's not verbally. Hopefully it's not mentally. This is also overanalyzing things. Overanalyzing to the point where nothing happens. Yeah. And that can come from being not wanting to be used, not wanting to be disrespected, not wanting to be one of 1,000. Oh, well, that's never a good card. Well, the Eskimo, the swords are air symbols, air signs, the mind. It's thinking, it's the way we think, smart, intelligent. So this comes out, yeah. Somebody was coming out of some shit that just wasn't healthy. Somebody here's coming out of that. For those of you who feel like you're just fine, you may be getting ready to date this person. But here we have two. Yeah. This is baggage. So we get the choice in the 2 and the 3 here. And this is our cups. And here's our swords again. And in our 2 of cups, we get like an opportunity to clarify, make things right with another person. We get an opportunity for the connection, but talks fall apart. Here's that Devil. Some of you are having trouble with somebody because of their addictions and the way they think. This could be dealing with someone who's childish. And they're childish because, you know, this is somebody who is movable furniture. That's what I'll call people who are just there for a good time, not a long time. So we'll just call these people movable furniture. Yeah. Let's see, what's the dangerous stuff here? Next 7 days. For the collective next 7 days. Okay, some of you are going to be helping. Where's my pen? Okay. Some of you are going to be reaching out to help somebody. It's a peace offering of sorts. You're just showing that you can be a bigger person. Unfortunately, no good deed goes unpunished. Oof. This is one of those lessons for some of you. One of you. Be very careful who you help. This is somebody that has fucked you up before. This is somebody that you've had an issue with before. This is somebody who is moody, jealous. They've made you feel less than before. I don't know why I just heard something about helping somebody move. Maybe because I keep seeing movable furniture. Feels like helping somebody do something that is heavy, labor intensive. I'm stressing right now. It's something that you offer to help knowing motherfucking well you don't want to do it. And that's why the good deed goes with punishment. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. Now the punishment involves major patience testing. Okay? It involves understanding yourself, the others, what you allowed to happen, what you participated in. This is taking your L, holding it, embracing it, giving it kisses, putting it back in the purse, and doing what you got to do if you should choose to get the lesson. Some of you are, if you choose not to, if you choose to provide no result for this person's request or what is being asked of you that you know is, yeah, extra shit. If you choose to disengage, you can expect there'll be some level of forgiveness, but you'll have greater awareness about who you're dealing with. It's like you get a reminder without the punishment. Okay? You also get the reminder because you've learned to express yourself differently. This is learning to say no, even if it's going to make you come across as a hater or bad or selfish. Who fucking cares? Okay. Here, this is a continuation of this where we're turning the cycle upside down. We're reversing the cycle on somebody who expects, the one who feels entitled. Yeah, sometimes you do have to say no. People have to learn their lesson, and they don't learn their lesson if you're willing to take the lesson on their behalf, because that's what happens. Just because you're an angel guide and you are here to be of light to others doesn't mean that you are a street light. You're more like a flashlight. Here I am to the others who don't need you to light their way for 18 years or in the length of a relationship. We shouldn't be lighting other people's way unless you are a guide to them. And even so, there's an opportunity to learn when we can't be a street light. I know everybody's going to do it regardless, but, here's an opportunity. So, yeah, it is learning to express differently. And it bothers another person, of course. That's life. Now, for some of you, there's growth for you in this. There's another, though you don't see it at this time, a new connection comes out of this. So we have 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. A new connection of some sort comes out of this. It comes from some type of social interaction. It's like saying no, and then somebody comes up a couple hours later like, I can't believe you said, you were so classy the way you did that. Like, I would have never even known how to talk to this person like that and still get shit accomplished. And this is grace on, I just heard grace on fire. What? Okay. Hold on, y'all. That was weird. That was weird. So, since the boys went outside and left me here, we may as well bring 6 on in. All right. 6, what do you think about these new connections? No? 6? You there? Oh, my ass. 6, what do you think about these new connections? Okay, that's that kind of a connection. All right, let's clarify that. There is forgiveness too, and I feel like I need to say that again. There is forgiveness if you are good with the way you deliver the no. Oops. Oh wow, yeah. Ah. See, the eyeball on the tower even looks a little bit like an alien. It's the mothership. And the Two of Wands here, I see somebody taking back their personal power. It's bold, it's fresh, it's spicy. It's muy caliente. Ah, damn it, Eskimo, this must be your reading. Courage is here. I just felt that. So there's some courage here. Some of this date is yours. Okay, so there's a tower here. And it's choosing to, yeah, okay. It's choosing to move above that fear, moving above this disaster you think you're avoiding by saying yes. Un fuego. Aha. Thank you. You guys are going to teach me new languages. I love it. I don't know how to ask for a lap dance in Spanish. I can admit that. All right, so we have this tower moment. Yes, it's okay. Yeah. It's fucked up. Shit happens. Motherfuckers ain't happy with the way you don't bend your spine. Got it. Noted. Send me a t-shirt and balloons about that shit. But the return of interest or disinterest comes in the form of a message. You don't really see it coming. This is someone who's been paying attention to you in the background. Been watching. Someone who does have interest in you. Clarify the interest. Okay. So this is another person who hates the same person or doesn't like this person or is bothered by this person. You have common interest in the way you feel towards the person asking too much of you. Wow, this went left. For some of you, the person who's asking extra stuff of you, saying no is really kind of, I don't want to use the word devastating, but it is soul crushing to somebody who's always, maybe they are always used to getting their way. You come across as rigid in doing so, but no, to the dramatic motherfucker, no goes really far. For some of you, this is money. For some of you, this is not loaning the money, recognizing or having to hear a story about poverty, someone in crisis, someone going through a lesson, someone getting experience about how to take care of themselves. So we have, okay. It's like somebody's controlling issues gets displayed once again. Somebody's thoughtless issues, or somebody who needs to be praised. Because they don't get it, it's the same thing as putting somebody out in the cold. Like they're really seeking it. Like you're going around like, okay, fill up my horn, I must blow it for myself. I will blow it and let the world know. I must fill these cups. Everyone awaits my arrival. I'm on my way. This is like great. It's greatness checked. It's someone who has zero sense of self. Just someone's arrogance on display. What I feel for some others just now with this card feels like somebody places a blame or somebody I can't talk. Okay. Somebody blamed somebody for something, or like it's not on me. It's And then there's the crab. Wow, I never saw that before. Wow. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Let's see. There's a crab coming out of this cup. You may surmise what that animal is doing there for himself. But it is somebody placing the blame. Others may not know. It's somebody who, two-faced. Looks one way over here, but not quite. Okay. So this person who's put the blame on others has slowly begun to isolate themselves while looking down on the others. Wait a minute. Okay. So if you see here, we've got bird action here and here. So you got the messenger, or the great messenger, who's watching, talking. This feels to me like conversations that happen in the background that others don't see. These are conversations about money, conversations with higher elements, higher selves, people in higher positions. Yeah. Someone watching from here and suddenly whoever's watching was suddenly aware of the situation. Suddenly made aware of a situation that wasn't working, something worth firing. So this is some type of naughty. And the lightning is coming from future, not past. Our message is coming from future, not past. So these things are coming. Clarify the tower. Asking to clarify the tower. We get the Six of Wands. Someone who is excessive in their acts of war and behavior, well, they cause their own punishment. Yeah. Some type of partnership, alliance, friendship, or job for others takes a downturn. It is revealed in the two that someone is not really quite a team player. They may do things that everyone isn't aware of. They may do things that others don't like. This could be the behavior. But light is shed upon their behavior. Oh, this creates financial issues. And then here's the bird again. So we get the tower, we get the 9, and we get the 1, which after the tower we get completion here. And the completion happens in the form of a message. So there's a message coming in to someone who controls money. Then there's a message towards someone who is the emotional one, the one on the pedestal. They don't see the message coming. Okay, what I just heard is someone who acts with impunity. That's far, isn't it? Okay, maybe not. I don't know. 6, you got anything to go with this?
And once again, asking for your financial support.
Damn. Okay. That might be somebody who needs their job. Bernie comes out. I don't know what that means. If that's resonating with anybody, take it for whatever message it is for you. Let's see what's here. We have the 6 and the 5 comes back. Those of you who will be hearing about this may not get to see it, but you will hear about it through some type of digital transmission. Could be text, email, whatever. You'll be reading about it. Okay. In the 6 of Wands, I see somebody who is prideful. This person really needs to be like, hello, magician. This is someone who really needs to be on a pedestal, looking down on others. They really thrive on praise and will take credit for other people's work. Yeah. Okay. Guessing you guys can hear moose. All right, so in the 5 we get, I hate to say this, is that? Yeah, ooh, okay. So in the 5 we get rejection, which I don't like to use that word, that's not nice. But it's there, it's putting someone on the outside of a situation or kicking them out. This could be also corralling the others to let people know what's happened. Someone's karma is put out there. This is the culmination of what has been done up to a certain point. We get the 2, people turn their backs. Well, not people, but the important person turns their back here. Right? And it's not even an unknown situation. We have the 2 of Swords here. So for some, there's confusion for this person getting in trouble because they don't really, I don't want to say it that way, but I'm trying to use nice words. They avoid stuff like self-awareness and personal responsibility. And is that nice? Was those nice words, you guys? I'm trying over here. So we have the 2 and we have our 4, which brings us to a lovely 6. Somebody's irresponsible bullshit comes forward. So everybody knows you are the fucktard. It's hopefully nobody gloating, but it could be the silent office walk with all your stuff in your hands, having to, not make eye contact on the way out. Boss has said what I gotta say, turning the back. This can also be for the it's the Sword. This could be a Gemini or an Aquarius or a Libra. Turning their back, not making eye contact also. We get the Hanged Man here at the end. And this is like for this person who goes through this, it's a rite of passage for them. Wow. Seeing them, well, okay, not seeing them, but for this person who goes through this, them having to be humiliated, because it is humiliation to them. The public display of not getting what they want in any capacity at all is equivalent to humiliation for them. They experience their dark night of the soul. Well, it's coming for them because it's back here. But here it's the start of that thing that they gave to others. This is scattered thoughts, insecurity for this person. Things being put out, extinguished, really, I don't want to say breaks them, but is not happy. How about that? That's a nice way to put it. Okay? This person's going to walk away still feeling like they were picked on, harassed. Put it like this, everything they put out is what they get on. Everything they put out is what they get on the way out. Because life sits in a holding pattern for this person. By their own design. Five of Cups comes out here as a choice, but the wrong choice for me. Because the focus is not moving, we're not going up. We're not moving in the right direction. We're moving in the wrong direction with our focus. So this is focusing on how we feel, the haves, the have-nots, who did it to me. Somebody who will have trouble moving on. There will be regret for what was done. There will be loss for what was done. It'll be holding on to what you have left. And what I just heard was this is somebody who's going to have trouble going from one branch to the next. You know, they say I don't even know why I got the branch reference, but it's like when you're swinging from tree to tree, Georgia of the jungle, and grab on one, and then you don't want to just let go. You got to grab on to something else so you don't fall. But I don't know why the branch reference is there. Let's move on.org. So in the completion that this person has to go through, because it is a transition, it's a completion, it's an ending, it's somebody who has to accept a new cycle, a new position. Okay, forced out, beyond their control. And it's poopylicious luck. It smells, it's stinky. Because people know. What I'm feeling here is this is something that makes communication hereafter difficult. Difficult how? As I choke. It creates money issues, 1. 2, the actions taken, the behavior makes moving into a new situation difficult because the act or whatever was done somehow makes new work different or difficult. Like the way you're seen is different. Like maybe they did something that they have to discuss going into a new job, or it's whatever it is, whatever this new thing is, they walk into, in their mind, they go into the next situation feeling kind of like panicked. Things move slow. There's a weight because they don't know what people are saying about them. So the knowledge or the data that goes with them creates fears, frustration. It provides lacking. Well, I don't want to say it lacks motivation, but right now my stomach is hurting. So this is the kind of data that you're like, okay, feels like you're afraid, like somebody who's going to have to be afraid of what the old employer would say about them. Like, what's my status at my old job as I move into this new job? How are people going to see me? Wow. Like, my stomach is really hurting right now. Like, it's that type of you ever get really nervous? And then your stomach hurts because you got a fart or something? It's like that energy. Now it's coming up like nausea, wow, this person's going to be going through some shit. Yeah, it's the data. It's the data. Like, okay, I want to start a new job. I got these new things. Okay, fuck it. I'm ready to move on. Ready to go get my papers. But, dealing with a loss. How do you... I don't know how this would work, so I'm confused right now. Forgive me. But it's like starting to stop, moving towards a new situation, right? Moving towards a new situation. But then some type of wisdom comes, or some fiery past reappears, um, perhaps when it's least expected, perhaps or you just know it's coming. Someone knows, and then there's this self-defeating. What I just heard was tampon. Self-defeating tampon. What? It's like, what? That makes no sense. So it's like stuffing yourself with self-defeat. For me, it feels like really getting everything you've put out coming back to you in bits and pieces. So it's like the bully who has to now go out into the real world. And so we all know the Simpsons cartoon, the kid that laughs. I don't know what that kid's name is. But like, if that kid had to go out into the real world after being a bully all that time, and they have to go out into the world, but their resume says that they were the bully. And do you really want that in your workplace? Like, you remember the cartoon, right? And you go, wait a minute, that kid was a jerk. I don't really know if I want that disruption in my business. I'm sure you do a good job and you're certified and all of that jazz. But nobody forgot that kid. Everybody remembers you're the bad one. Or Charlie Brown, Lucy. Lucy probably could do a really good job at managing some shit, but I don't really know if I want the lawsuits that would come from the way she would abuse the employees. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be a good look for the company for some PR for a little while. And then that shit comes up. Oh, then here comes the fire. Oh, we didn't know about that. So it becomes a maze of self-fulfilling prophecies based on the energy you put out. Another example. It's kind of like what I think about people who put out bad energy. The bad people who get away with stuff all the time. Everybody's like, why do they get away with shit? Because you have a bad energy output. And it's like wind. And if you're pushing one wind in one direction the whole time, you will be successful at never getting dirty, never getting the leaves on you. You know what I'm saying? The rain won't even impact you because the wind blows in one direction. But if that wind stops, you know, it allows for what was put out to come back. All those weather conditions that were avoided didn't leave. They're over there. You just was blowing it all away. Now you've stopped. So when the boss or the bully is no longer able to bully, a weakening of the pressurized atmosphere occurs because there's no one to bully. So who do we bully if there's nobody? Well, that'll be yourself. That would be the self. There's the health issue. There's that loss of harmony. Because it was harmonious for that person to have an environment to be savage within. And it's difficult, you can be selfish as a person, but it's probably better when you have a crowd of people to experience being selfish with. You know what I'm saying? Selfishness probably enjoys a platform or stage or higher up positions. You definitely would enjoy looking down on others, right? And in the 9, it's the energy of the heartless, the hater. And if you see how we go up here and then we come down, right? And y'all watch me shake it out. It comes out just like that. So on the way down, what your mama tell you, same people you meet going up, you meet the same motherfuckers going back down. And while that may not be you, you may not necessarily get the front row seat. I see some blocks going on. You might have some tall people in the front row watching. You may not get to see this person have to deal with all of this energy that they've created. In the 1, that's this person making this, getting their energy back at them. Surrounded here by all their energy, but up, down, right? So on the way back down, we're going back by that cycle of behavior. Okay? It makes for panic. It makes for that breaking of the self. That the one who sculpts ideas of what was happening to them, how other people think of them. Prejudice grows. They begin to procrastinate on things. They begin to do things without reason. And this may appear in front of others, as it did before, because it is a cycle. So a lot of the elements we've experienced over here, whoever this bully type is, what they experienced over here, they experience coming back down. There's a separation for this person, as there is a loss of luxury. Money, money, money. There's a loss of them being able to touch that higher up position. So this could come with another loss, a job, or a quit. They may quit. They may move into a new position just to quit because they can't handle the chaos. 5's right there. So the excessive nature of the others. So it's almost like the bully has to now go to a new school where, like, maybe the bully went to school in Beverly Hills and they were the biggest bully on campus. Well, now they're going to school in Compton, or they're going to school in Detroit, in the worst neighborhood imaginable, where that bully shit don't fly. Your ass is the new kid. Guess what? Break yourself, fool. And then the cycle finishes here at the bottom. In completion, in blockages, and things that they want to do not coming to fruition. Them suddenly having issue with moving into the unknown. Yeah. This, for the guides who are experiencing a person like this, again, this is why you would have punishment for the good deed of helping. Interfering with someone, getting their lesson. We have the cycle here. We have a cycle here, here, and here. So it's almost like this perfect triangle of experience, lessons, ego. It's better to get out of the way. Better to get the fuck out of the way on this. And that's for those of you who are helping somebody who was ill prepared to help themselves. Not that they couldn't help themselves, though that's different. The one who knew that they would need help did shit about it until the last minute, or looking at you because they know you'll do it. No good deed goes unpunished. 6, do you want to add anything to this?
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Damn. Anything else? Anything else, 6? Fair enough. All right. I don't know if you guys, I think you guys are okay here. You don't need any extra messages, do we? Let's see what good things are coming for you guys. I'm going to put these back in. Pull a new dice. The good news. Next 10 days. The good news coming for anyone watching. The next 10 days. That is a loud card. Okay. There it is. Some of you are going to find luck in accepting that you can't help everybody. Accepting that some people are just lazy. This is, for some of you, no longer asking the whys. Understanding the creative nature. The creative nature of the others. Hint, hint, hintily, hint, hint. Dig on that. Understand the creative nature of others. And how excessive they are. Some of you are going to find strength in not being flexible. That is not me. I'm practicing my flexibility. But some of y'all, some of you are going to just know you need to not be flexible with everything. And you must be unafraid to not be flexible. Within that is your greatness. Because the angel guides still must protect themselves. So here's choosing a new cycle. Doesn't mean we're going skyrocket to the moon with this, but it is choosing a new cycle and its strength. It's desire for comfort, desire to avoid irritable motherfuckers. It's letting people learn and understanding you don't have to be an anchor weight, or you don't have to be the anchor to their lesson or to helping them stay grounded. For some of you, this may feel like turning your back on another person, and that came out in the cards because we get the one. Looks see the ones, they ain't really talking to each other right here. What I just heard was fuck you, bitch. Don't say that out loud if somebody's going through this. Do not use your grace. Okay? Don't even make that face. Don't even make the face. Michael, is this you? Accepting the creativeness of, oh shit. Okay, I'm not even gonna finish, but I saw you right there, Tori. I'm just gonna keep reading. Whatever applies, applies. Okay, y'all. So, okay. So we have two energies not really conversating here. It's taking time for yourself. Doesn't mean anger or anything like that. It's just going, okay, I see what you do. This is what I do. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for more destructive behaviors. There's going to be some irritability here. I see that. Okay. I don't know if I have any space to say this, but in the one going downward here, it's waiting for the world to change. It's waiting for one person to change, but that person is your world. For some, it's expecting too much of another person who's showing you who exactly they are, is what I'm hearing. So, in this, it's an opportunity to learn to be comfortable with others, as opposed to expecting others to match your intellect or maturity or dollars, financials, whatever. It's an opportunity. I say you had to do that shit. I just said it was an opportunity. That is all. For some of you, this is recognizing the submissive nature of yourself and the codependency you may have to the mother, or wounded puppy dog syndrome type shit. You could be realizing this in yourself in the next 10 days. It could be just like, Maybe it's just being honest that you contributed to some of it. I'll stop there. For some of you, it's seeing the second face of a two-faced person. And it's realizing that it's not the first time you've seen it. You've been looking at it. It really feels like acceptance. Making a decision, like it's not going to change. It's not going to get better. It's understanding maybe somebody doesn't have a reason to improve. It's acceptable. Okay, God, I'm not saying that. I'm not. Okay. Okay. I hope this applies to no one. For some of you, it's time to move into a mindset where we learn to accept the IQ level of others. I'm turning on the heater now. Now that was rude what I just said, and I'm sorry about that, okay? I'm sorry. For some of you, this really is about accepting what you are and aren't going to get from others. I'm going to speak up a little bit because I know. Okay, let's bring this closer. Okay. So for some of you, it really is accepting what you've been looking at and making a decision. Is this forever? Will this be long term? Is anything going to change? Is this something, it's being in that thought process. And this is direct spiritual assistance. Your guides want you to pay attention. Please let me know if the air conditioner is too loud. For some of you, this is making peace with that shit, right? For others, you'll be making war with it and you just ain't going to be happy with it. But it really is like understanding that maybe there's just, oh God. Okay, help me, 6. Damn. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, it might be realizing the maturity level of someone you are with is, what you looking at. It is what it is. Okay, 3. Okay, right. So it's making a choice. Like this is for life. What do you want? How do you want it? How does it feel? Is this where you want to be in 20 years? It's choosing completion and comfort in what it is. For some of you, it's making a decision that it's not worth the financial strains or the rebellious nature of another. For some of you, it is realizing and accepting just that motherfuckers are not going to change. Realizing some things are done with intention, but not necessarily intention against you. It could be just that's what they do. Some people are asleep. Let me repeat that. No matter how much they're upright, walking, eyes open, talking, we all have seen people talk in their sleep. We might have all seen people sleep with their eyes open. We can love sleeping people, but we should be aware of expecting too much, becoming a bully about what you expect, being passive aggressive about things that you can't say, coming across as arrogant. It makes things unhealthy. It's not good for, bedroom relations. So it's making that decision like, okay, like, I got to figure out how this works for me. Ha! The game master comes out. So kidoki. So kidoki. This is about being logical and authoritative towards another person who may think, like, what are you, my mom? For some of you, it is your kid. Yeah. This feels like the energy of someone who, like, just thinks of a lot of things the wrong way. And it's a childish response. This person may have childish responses to real life issues, real life feelings, real life situations. They don't like to argue, so there's a need or a desire to step back, escape a fear or a closing off that happens. And it makes that person feel like they're oppressed. Just in the conversation of another person or within the expectations of another. Now I'm getting like Bette Midler, something about being in somebody's shadow. What the hell? I don't even like Bette Midler. Stop playing that. So we have loss in success. Okay, there is a choice to me in this. It's in the 6, I see recognizing what you have and what you don't have. I see knowledge. I see love that has strings attached to it, expectations, and it's not subservience, but it is sort of a bending of the will or bending of the knee for sure. It's like a love or a relationship that includes an imbalanced seesaw. You ever remember when you're a kid, you're riding seesaw, and there's one kid who isn't really doing much, so you kind of got to like push off to get the seesaw thing going. And I don't know, just it feels like a lot of work or extra work to create balance on a seesaw. And the balance really feels like more of the person who's dealing with the game player. So here we have the Tower, and that's ego. Just to be clear, it's ego. It could be avoiding a disaster in a situation, but it comes out as a choice. So it's like if you're going to be with a person that maybe doesn't act the way you've imagined, now is that time when we kind of want to decide, are we sticking out this cycle? And if you're sticking out the cycle with this person, it is about accepting this person. It's about saying, okay, maybe this person likes to do this thing. And why does it bother me? What can we do to change it so it doesn't bother me? And if there is no change to it, that makes everyone happy, okay, then there's the devil. Take back some of what I said. Yeah. For some, it's realizing that you may have somebody who's addicted, and that's just not going to change. It's not. Some of you may have someone who enjoys doing something more than anything else, more than catering to what's necessary to have a happy relationship or partnership, friendship. And it's not the right thing that they're doing. It throws things off balance. You shouldn't have to work this hard for things to be right, especially when someone,
could make things right very easily. It's not fair. It's dealing with someone who's not accountable, blind to the actions that they put out there. And this is in the home. So there's decisions that have to be made. I ain't going no further with that data, because that's choice, for sure. I can say here, though, I see situations that at this time don't change. Very fixed energy in the game master. That's what they do. They play games. So, doesn't mean that the person doesn't care or love. It just means that that's their form of amusement and escape. In a world that they may feel some elements are closed off to them, they may feel like they can't express themselves. This may be somebody who deals with bossy work conditions, or somebody in their space yells at them. Could be whoever this is resonating with, could be you that's doing the yelling or the hot talk. And this person may feel a bit powerless or just not being cooperative because they have something they can escape within. So it's making that decision. Does this energy serve your needs in the long run? And can you conversate about getting to that place? I mean, shit. If this is a relationship for some of you, I mean, they can't play video games when they're 80 or 90, but do you want to wait that long? Or they can't be the game master and rip your heart out when they need you to change their diaper. Can you wait that long? I mean, you can't go to the amusement park forever because eventually you grow old. Can you wait that long? It's the home, it's choice, it's a need to communicate, but egos are at play here. And when the ego needs to speak, very little gets clear, right? Especially when it's heavy on the ego. And it's somebody just really not being accountable. This is somebody, for some of you, it's a person who doesn't think that you're going to do anything about it. You're just bitching. You're just complaining. You're just unhappy. This does feel like the energy of someone who feels like, just like, oh, you're a nag. It feels like something that has trouble growing on the long end because conversations can't be had. Social, just that interaction, that things that were good start to have issues. And it's like dealing with an introvert who doesn't know they're an introvert. It feels like someone who doesn't know how to deal with the feelings or the issues of others or relationships. It feels like somebody who's just drifted out in a way. I don't know how to define it, but it's like their focus is elsewhere. Like their focus is just elsewhere. It's an artistic focus. It's a vision focus. It's someone who gets to express a duality of themselves that doesn't exist anywhere else. It's escapism. So some of you guys are dealing with an escape artist. I really wish I had advice for that. Excuse me. I can tell you communication's hard. I'm choking again. I don't see communication improving in these situations because that person has to see themselves. They have to want something different to happen. Wow. Interesting. Hold on. What comes for doing nothing? do nothing and let things go on. If the childish stuff continues, for sure. The inability to communicate openly is there. We get the 7 here, which is being in our heads here, right? And the 7 of Pentacles, it's like something that just, the tree bears no fruit. Now there's an opportunity, as there probably will always be, for a change of direction. But, yeah, okay, well, there's this confusion, there's constant misunderstandings. It's, yeah. It's codependency eventually, if not already. Codependency can be as simple as the puppy dog syndrome. Or it can be drugs. It can be addiction to something that just shifts the focus. And our 3 and then the 2. This is mental processing. This is intellect that looks one way but is really another way. And it's the mental decline, if you will. So there is a decline in conversation, there's a decline in the way this person deals with things. For me, it feels like heartbreak eventually, loneliness, feels like, I just heard Rage Against the Machine. And the 2, it's, we're blinded to the emotions or the hazards or hurt of others. This is someone avoiding things. Man, this sounds like therapy. Boy, this sounds like therapy. What I just heard was me or the machine. That's a fucked up ultimatum if someone's thinking about something like that. I don't advise that. But it's definitely the energy of somebody who has a very fixed focus on what isn't fruitful. Someone being, ooh, why did I do that? Someone being allured, if you will. It's a poisonous lure. Judgment's here in reverse. Interesting. So for me, it feels like somebody who has like, I don't want to say they're just completely unaware of anything else around them, but there's that, desire to escape, get away, not deal with things. Hello, 202. Good Lord, I'm done. Cycle. 8 of Swords. This is somebody who will be wanting freedom of self. If this is resonating, it may be you who wants freedom of self. But if you are not feeling like that, that's what this person wants. That's what's in the escapism. It's freedom of self. It's somebody who, doesn't enjoy that feeling of having no power. So they find it any way they can. It may come in manipulating the environment. It may come in whatever form of escapism is being used. But, can I be broken? Oh, wow. I don't want to go into what can and can't be done. I don't think this is fair. but this really feels like fixed energy that, okay. It feels like the kind of fixed energy, the type of person who is stuck on one thing. This is what they do. They go through infinity cycles of behavior, in and out, left, right, up, down. This feels like the type of cycle, or the type of fixed energy that turns you into a fixed energy. So it's like going from a position of confusion, chaos, whatever other issues, conflict that come with that. It's like going from the chaos to the couch where the chaos is at. From a world of chaos to a couch of chaos. And it's having plans to do better, discussions of doing better, but you know, you may have this thing called expectations. You may have that. You may have to put some of that down to be with this person and give them a type of space that isn't going to bring issues or drain you. Technically. So this is okay, you guys. So there are some real personal decisions that need to be made. Some of you are with a fixed energy person, and they simply just may not change who they are. So you have to decide. If you love them, you have to stop. You have to accept what it is. You have to accept what it is. And let that person grow into whatever else they want to be, as opposed to hoping they change, pushing for change, battling for change. Anything else to go with this 6?
Sometimes my genius is honest frightening.
Okay. Anything else?
What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said?
Jeez. That's pretty deep. What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said what? Damn. All right, angel guides. I think that sounds like we need some angel cards. Fax machine going off up in this bitch. Messages for the angel guides. They're just falling out of my hand. Okay. There's that 8 cycle thingamabob. There's your test that you're not taking. It comes out in reverse. Double test. What is that test? Letting things go on forever. Choosing cycles. And then complaining about the choice you made. Being sure about what's next. And your guides want you to know if this is what you're choosing, you're on the right path. If you choose what it is right now, you're on the right path. But you can rewrite if you should so choose. Blank card, your choice. Your choice. Free will, you can roll yourself uphill, downhill, into a wall, whatever. Anything else? This time is about sacred knowledge, having faith in yourself. And, gratitude would be good also. Your guides want you to get ready to go on to your next step. So we must complete this lesson of awareness. Test again. Unspoken motives, lies, dealing with inner battles. There's that 8 again. and choosing to be with the experimenter, the player, the one who like really has passions for things that maybe you don't agree with. It's making the decision about what works for you. Anything else? Damn, okay, I'm done. Your test keeps. Wow, okay. So, okay, so. Okay, I'm stuttering, so we're done. I'm stuttering, so we're done. Guides, you have a very important decision to make. If any of this resonated with you, some of you, your decision is to shut your fucking mouth and let things go as it is. If that's what, where do you see yourself in 20 years? That's what I just heard. Where do you see yourself in 50 years? 10 years? Okay, maybe not 70. 20 years. So, right now it's about making some serious decisions. The time block is self-inflicted. It's the clock that ticks as the world keeps turning and you need to make a decision or just age, waiting for something to change. So you block your own time because you may be waiting or looking for something. It's waiting for somebody to change. Could be waiting for someone to grow up, act responsible, do something. The block comes because we have to realize that some of that was our imagination. Some of that was our hopes and dreams, and we got big dreams, and we got desires, and we've watched a lot of Lifetime films, and maybe we, have some things that we think people should be around us, and that's not the case. So sometimes when we are stalling out, we're waiting. It's waiting for the unknown, but you also are blocking yourself, right? So if I was gonna cross the street, busy intersection, we're gonna cross a busy ass. Let me move these dice. So we got a busy intersection, right? All this traffic. I could put these back so we can see them. So I could just leap over. I could just cross the street, but I could also get hit by traffic. So if I stand here and I wait, and I don't trust myself, and I don't know how to cross the street because the traffic light says walk, but I'm not doing anything. I'm just making a choice to just wait. That is a block. That's blocking yourself. Traffic's it's always gonna be there. You're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to decide, do I want to stay over here? Or do I need to get home? Do I want to move on? Do I want to get to work? What the fuck am I, I could just wait here and see what happens. That's a time block. Is it not? Remember I said my black circles are speakers. So we're maybe not being heard. One person thinks they're not being heard. Another person thinks I'm listening to too much. And it can grow to a place of resentment. But this is about having to deal with somebody who maybe thinks one person is being too critical, too nag is what I just heard. Somebody may come across as snobby to another. But all of these things can connect to poor communication in general. But there's a lesson here. And it's recognizing the people who are asleep and just aren't going to change. They're just not. And the reason is deeper than what you're looking at. There could be something from that person's childhood past. Could be a drug addiction. There's something there that isn't recognized or being discussed for why that person and you are creating a time block. Whatever As soon as somebody knows there's that time block, and as soon as somebody realizes, I don't see myself doing this in the next 10 years. This isn't for me. This is a problem. Something's wrong if it can't be addressed today. If we can't at least talk about how to get across this busy intersection. How do we deal with this? For some of you, because you're with another, I should put 2 dice there. But how do we cross this? How do we deal with this? And to not deal with it, to just wait on traffic to move out of your, come on. That's not even realistic. Traffic is a thing. So how do we cross over this to get to the other side? And the traffic isn't cars, but the traffic is bitching, nagging, complaining, bills, kids, the dog, the car. You're in my way. You're in front of the TV. It's football Sunday. I want to do this. No, I want to do that. You know, all of the little elements that go between 2 people in any relationship is the traffic. It's the noise. So if we're with somebody who doesn't enjoy you bitching about all the traffic, they may choose to corner themselves. They may choose to not be a part of things. And another person might be here like, okay, waiting to turn the clock on. Let's get this party started. And the other person's like, no, I'm over here doing my thing. Solo dolo. And these are time blocks. People can age forever and die like that. It's fixed energy. This has to be dealt with. And if both people can't deal with it, somebody's got fixed, immovable energy. They have to come out of that. They have to want to. And that's the awakening. Hi, Lizzie. So, yeah, might just have to figure out what's next for self. Because it feels like a situation where someone's just not going to be heard. It's like somebody who the soul knows it's here to do greater work, and that's why you're bothered. The soul knows it's here to do something greater. Maybe this is an opportunity to find that thing, the soul purpose within this. It might be possible, but some great decision needs to be made. Because there's that crossroads, however you want to look at it. 6, you want to add to this? Again? Okay. Fair enough. I'm not sure what the UFO reference has to do with anything. But it's cosmic and it is interstellar. Your work, what you're here for. And you should not be distracted, and you should get better focus while on that path. So if you love your person, you should figure out how to work it out. But if you need to be heard and you need clarity, something else going on there. Time to make a decision. Gang, absolutely. Well, maybe in this one it's more like one gang. Gang of realizing what's here for you. Let's see if we can get a profound couple of letters. And then I'm done. Letters. Wow, that wasn't a lot. Get the letters right. They always. Oh. Well, fuck that. I didn't see really till. Okay. So look here. Maybe there's another word here. Hold on. Lizzie says no. take backs. I need to take this back. I need to redo these. Hold on. Oh Lord, is that? I'm done. I'm done. Lizzie said I can't do take backs. Hold on. Well, Lizzie, okay, we're not gonna call it a take back. Let's see if it's something else. Maybe it's something else here, because that's not right. Hold on. Let's look at this again. Okay. I'm really pushing right now. Hold on. I'm pushing for us, ladies. No, okay, no. Okay. How about I'm trying. Hold on a minute. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying for the ladies. We can't go out like that. I swear. We can't go out like that. Hold on. Oh man, I'm starting to sweat over here. I can't go out like that. This is fucked up. Hold on. I am. Shit. There. Okay. I'm a swan. I am a swan. I am on a swan. No, okay, I guess that. Okay, what'd you say? Ms. One? Ms. On? Ms. One, okay. What do we do with all this, though? When I do the letters, all of the letters should fit. And they, yeah. It should be as close to all as possible, at the very least. And, yeah, ladies, anything? This is fucked up. Oh my god. Shit. What else is here? This is. Ooh, wait. Okay, Maine. No, okay. Damn. It doesn't have to be one big word. It should be all the letters being used. All the letters should be getting used. How about I am Snow. I don't know where Anne goes though. Anna Snow? You motioned me change the rules. What rule? What change? What change do you think we should do, Eskimo? I don't know, honey. I think we're just denying. See how we're all denying the first message here? We're all denying it. This is how fuckery happens. Okay. No man Nope, ladies, I just, I don't think we get anything here. I was a man. There we go. Oh, all right, dominatrix version. No, I'm not a man. I was a man. No, I was a man. And now, bitch. Yeah, take the trash out. Lizzie, we good now? Oh, God. Yeah, I had to hurry up and clean that one up. I feel better with this one. How about, ooh, I saw. Aha. Now we're getting slizzard with it. Man, I was getting sweaty right there. Can't be fucking it all up like that. All right, we good on that one? We good? You feeling this one? Okay, cool. Okay. Whew. Sorry for that panic mode. So I apologize for the letters. The letters was on that bullshit. 6 be on that bullshit. They must have been talking. Do you want to give us something nice to go with this 6?
Sometimes my genius is, it's almost frightening.
I don't know how that applies, 6. But let's see. What else you got? Dude. Legit. Okay. Again, the app should be giving me all of these. All these different ones. All these different. Okay, I'm done. Anyways. Hope that was helpful. And I hope I was able to bring this full circle with a nice goddess-like ending, as we all need and deserve. That was crisis mode, Eskimo. Can't have my ladies walking out of here feeling like what? No, what did you say? A bitch? You say a man wins? No. Yeah. It was 6. 6 to be with that fuck shit. Now we got to talk to the letters too, cause yeah, that was a. I literally started sweating. Like, bitch, what? No, wait. Oh my God. Yeah, no more crisis mode. I think I'm gonna go do some yoga now. It is yoga time. And ladies, if you can, I highly suggest, if you don't enjoy the gym during Rona days and the influx of thirsty men that probably are following y'all place to place, I highly suggest what has been a great piece of exercise equipment for me. You get some really good handyman to come in, put a hook to the ceiling, yoga. Yoga swing. It's been, for the exercise I've been doing for the last 2 years to drop weight. I will not say how much. Let me just say I haven't seen anything put at, I haven't seen results I can see within a month the way yoga has done it. And not even like legit like bend and do bird and crane poses. I'm just talking about getting a hammock and balancing and all that stuff. It's been really, really good. So I will put a video up. I will put a video up on the community page so you guys can see. It was like literally the best $100 between getting somebody to come out and put the screw into the beam and while it's a swing for weight lifting and exercise and all that stuff, you could use the swing for other stuff. It's a yoga swing. Seriously, When you see it, you'll know it's not for anything else. I wish it was, but yeah, not for where it's sitting. But I will say it's been wonderful exercise. Seriously. Oh, you bought a hoop? I looked at the hula hoops. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The hips and all that stuff. Even as a kid, I was never really good with the hula hoop thing. Maybe that's why I have the obsession with the. Ooh, interesting thought. Oh, it's weighted? Oh, yeah, that really sounds like an obstacle. Let's see, the swing is. It actually. It's good if you are light and, looking all good. I tried the classes and all them little feathery, lightweight women dangling from the ceiling like it's a lot. So, yes, the swing is fun, but I had to get the aerial swing and the silks and discover I couldn't pull myself up. I have no like upper body strength. So I had to go backward and buy slack lines and ladders and start to lift myself up. All of that stuff on Amazon, like 19, 20, 30 bucks, mountain climbing equipment. So the slack line has been helping me learn how to pull myself up from the upper half. Oh, Torini, it could. I doubt it though. Just to be fair, the video gaming stuff is so deep. It rewires the brain on how to accept rewards. The reward and the reward system is changed. The pleasure sensors. You got to look into the. I don't know if people should do that. I hate to put this out there, but people who are dealing with heavy gamers, uh, they've added the obsessive gaming into the list of mental issues. And I won't go too far on that, but it's long running modern warfare. They gave everybody video games, everybody played them. I was a gamer as a kid. It rewires the brain. I admit that. It really does. Because we expect instant results. We expect to be able to push a button and get what I want. And that thing right there, it doesn't make you really great at functioning in real life situations. You have a different expectation. Everything is kind of a game, but they put these video games in front of the kids, rewire your brain on how to interact with people. And what do you get? You now have a bunch of people who are so fixated on video games that we can't communicate with each other. And it teaches you how to be combative and all of this other stuff. It really does rewire the brain. So it's something you got to be careful of. But at the same time, once you're in, you're in. At least we live in a state or a situation where people can make money off of gaming if they're good at it. Some people become millionaires. But if you look on the internet, if you look around YouTube, there's plenty of videos of gamers beating up their girlfriends, flipping out, kicking things over, getting themselves into a lot of trouble because they didn't get the reward they wanted, or the game glitched, whatever. It's I don't care what nobody says, it's warfare. It's teaching a country how to be reliant on something else other than going outside. Teaches you how to not interact with your kids and your wife. And It gives people a way to escape things that they don't want to deal with. So I like to play games every now and again, but the inability to break the cycle is deeper than the push of the buttons. And I think there does have to be some type of intervention. I think there will be. But people ain't gonna like it. And it'll be a slow pullback. I think you are gonna see a slow pullback on the gaming stuff. The gaming stuff looks big and popular now, but I do get the feeling there's going to be something. But for now, it's good money, it's a great distraction, but when everything that's supposed to be in place goes into place, the Great Reset, hint, hint, all of the things that people were getting away with will come to a screeching halt. You're looking at it now. So I would say, ladies, enjoy your lady power. It is greatest at this time. Guys, learn how to communicate. And I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. That was a lot. And I don't know if you guys saw, did you guys see the reading? Yes, Tori. Seriously, look it up on, look up some videos for yourself. Your person may not be interested in seeing that at this time because that's a high level realization thing. But just know what it is. Know what you're looking at and how to, like, maybe, okay, I see he's on the game, I'm gonna leave him alone. Because it does make you aggressive. Yeah. All that stuff. And there's videos you can find very easily online on YouTube of people going off. And something in the DSM, I forget what the word is, but it's how they define mental illnesses. Like the way they're starting to classify a new mental illness is people who obsessively game. So for a while, this happened like a couple of years ago. There was a gamer, some gamers online, they fight, they send the SWAT team over to one's house, but they went to the wrong house, person gets shot. Person goes to jail, but all these gamers are just having fights back and forth with each other and challenging each other and going over the top and doing all these things. So what they started doing around that time was saying, if you call 911 on somebody who's overreacting, cutting up, being violent and aggressive, you can literally say it to them in the 911 that your person is a gamer. And the police will show up armed like that motherfucker got a gun. They're going to come in differently on that person because they see them as having a mental illness. Who runs the world? Well, I wish it was the women. We figured that out 30 seconds after you realized you populated the whole planet. Oh, Tokyo Tony. That is what I wanted to talk about. Thank you, Eskimo. I did do a reading for Tokyo Tony. I wasn't sure if I should publish it. But I'll put it up. I don't want to spoil. I shouldn't spoil it. I'll put it up, but to be fair, it's more of the same. So maybe I should. I'll just put it up. We'll see what happens. If it sucks, let me know in the comments. Go, bitch, that's old data. I didn't want to do the yelling, but she triggered the fuck out of me. Good Lord. Jaguar, and I thought Jaguar was bad. Tokyo Tony, did you watch the video? If you guys didn't watch it, I put the link on the community tab on the posts. It's for Unwind with Tasha K. And Tasha K interviews Tokyo Tony, which is the mother of Black China. And she plays this audio where she's talking to her daughter and pretty much wishing her daughter death. Just all the stuff that child had to hear growing up. sick, just sick. And who I should be doing the reading for is Tasha K. Because that is some fucked up energy she keeps tampering with. Tasha K keep pulling in the wrong data. I understand telling stories, but she's personally connecting to people. And that definitely is going to have an energy response. I know she needs to do her numbers and all that stuff, but God bless her for trying, but shit. I don't know if I'd be connecting to some of those people and their families. And she let that woman just obliterate that girl on her show. Just, Yeah, Tasha K is a whole independent TMZ unto herself. I give her that. She is a shock jock if there ever was. I would definitely put her up there with Howard Stern. I would say she's better. I would say she's got Howard Stern beat by miles. Yeah, Tasha takes your shit. She takes the shit, lets it hit the floor, and then stuffs it back up your ass. And Howard Stern did that too. But Howard Stern, it was more of the hurting you than getting to the dirt, letting you see what it is. But man, you could see the look on Tasha's face too that it was triggering her. Tasha literally went into what looked like a young child mode where you're just listening to your parent go off for no reason. Yeah. I mean, I think she went off after the fact, but I think she really just wanted to let her dangle herself, I guess, for the millionth time, as if nobody's ever heard horrific Tokyo Toni, as abusive as she is. Like that, you want to talk about fixed energy? That's a great example of a fixed energy. The mother who envies her daughter. The mother who wants her daughter's life. The mother who believes that she's entitled to whatever her daughter acquires. So her daughter gets a check for $100,000. The mother flips out on her because all she got out of that check was $2,500. Say, huh? Say word. Hello, Shaz. We're gossiping at the end of a reading. Talking about an upcoming reading. If you want to see what the reading in this video is about, you could just slide that slider over to the left and watch from the beginning. It is sick, Torini. Excuse me. It's sick, if only because she's got her own daughter. Tasha K's got a daughter too, and just had a baby. And your daughter is hearing the show and all this stuff. And there's no way on earth I believe that Tasha is all soft petals and flowers off camera. She's not. She's not. I think sometimes we attract what we are. And she's taken a great interest. She takes great interest in going after women for certain things. To me, that speaks of her own issues. Some woman betrayed her in her young childhood. So she doesn't have a problem going after women that she thinks are violators or bad or a little too vocal, or she just doesn't like you. But in order to be a shock jock, you must possess some type of sociopathic tendency. You must have those. You must have the ability to Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde whenever need be. And she can. She can do it with no fear. I admire that element of her. I'll give her that much. She's not to be fucked with. We'll see, but I don't agree with her letting the Jaguar and the Tokyo Tony energy get all up in close to her. I think that's energy, and that comes with a cost. Since we're sitting here, now I'm being nosy. What's coming for Tasha? "10 days. Let's see. What will we hear about?" Success, the sun, the hacker. Oh, okay. So what I see here is from a successful endeavor, whatever that is, from her hard work comes the sun. Interesting. Some type of light. Something comes to light. Something that she is not going to want to go towards. What is this? Somebody in the background? Something on the computer. This is a digital issue. It's a disappointment. 6 of Cups. In reverse, the disappointment in something that... Oh, then there's a therapist. Wait a minute. Clarify pleasure and disappointment. Wow, victory. Okay. There's some type of race or event or something she hopes some type of war, battle she was hoping to win. It doesn't happen. This is something legal. Is she? Okay. She must have a lawsuit going. Which wouldn't surprise me. What I see, some type of battle or court issue, something. It's a victory, but not a victory. Because the card isn't upright. It's like having to give up something. Doesn't look like necessarily a loss, but a battle that is won, but with strings attached. And this comes out not as a choice, but it's like an opportunity to save what's left. It's a win, but not to the degree that you had hoped for. I would not say it's a complete loss, but it is a disappointment because you're not victorious to the degree that you had hoped for. There's a disappointment here. This is something that needs to be talked about or will be talked about. It involves a lot of money. Clarify love. Oh, look. Someone she was fighting with, there's a loss. Someone's cruelty or someone's cruel nature is a problem here. So it's like the hater gets negotiations. Oh. Okay, well, we don't like death when it comes out in reverse. Something decays here, falls apart. Someone's heart gets ripped out in a bad way. This feels like the loss you don't want to talk about. Then there's the activist. So I think the conversation gets heard whether someone wants it to or not. The truce is here in reverse. So I get the feeling like, because it feels like speaker to me at this point. Like you don't want, it's a war, but it's not televised, but discussed. Somebody like who should be going through like a time of preparation is experiencing burnout. And it's almost like somebody who maybe once found pleasure in what they did. Maybe they don't anymore. Now this looks like more fighting, but let's clarify. How does the fight happen? So what I want to clarify is the love, the activist, and strife. We get the Ace of Wands. This is somebody who runs out of energy. Someone who may have been very courageous is out of steam. Clarify. There's an interference of some sort. I wonder if this is like a gag order or you can't talk about something, or there's a block in transmissions. Or someone has to make a choice to stop a cycle and behave better. Wow! There's some type of order on behavior here, or demand to get out of hot water, to get out of a hot situation. Okay, and then we have the Fool who opts to be reckless. Wow. Because it pays. Outcome 10 days. Damn. Huh. Okay, so let's go through. Get the other story here. Outcome. So somebody, okay, well, Tasha. So Tasha's work situation. Well, yeah, that doesn't really go as planned. See that? The first few cards, we have the Fool here. And the Fool, it was walking towards the future, right? So the Fool has a plan, is how I see it. And the Fool has a plan based on what was lost, what they feel like they're owed, they're due, what they can. This is ego here. And in spite of what is told, what could happen, it's like, I'm going to walk into traffic no matter what because all the cars are going to stop me. They feel like all the cars are going to stop for me, rather. And this is somebody who is ignoring messages. Tasha may be ignoring the ability or the option to not do something. Now here's the love. We love the attention. We love the spotlight. We love the chaos. So I see two people coming up with a plan on what to do next. The plan involves behavioral output, energy flowing outward. What type of energy do we display in response to whatever is going on here with the word damage or the victory that was lost? Cruel cruelty is here. So it's almost like a, okay, wow. 9 becomes the 6. Someone finds success in a different type of cruelty. Wait a minute. It's a group. Yep. Clarifying what the cruelty looks like, we have the filmmaker. In the filmmaker, this is someone who is constructing a narrative, building an idea of what's going to happen next. What I saw in the cruelty card that made me go in was bringing others into the frame, using others. Okay. Using others to hold on to some type of power, control, dominance. Savage. Someone takes pleasure in causing the hurt and harm of others. So this is even with knowing what it can cost. Someone, Tasha, goes forward with bad behavior, but this feels like bringing others in to execute said bad behavior. Huh? How do we do that? On a computer. Okay. Sun. Okay. Actions with the sun. So this is somebody who's going to throw their hand, hide the rock and the wallet, and not be in front of the window. The sun brings light, usually. Clarifying it, though, is a truce, but not a truce. This is war. Because our 4 of Swords comes out in reverse. For me, this, between these two, is somebody deciding to wage war with the knowledge that they have. Coming here in the back is somebody who ideally should be peaceful, should be taking joy in their life, counting your haves, not dealing with the have-not bullshit. But there's a sickness here. There is also a carelessness. Someone who takes joy, great levels of joy in being on the platform where they can chill and look and make decisions on what goes next. This is somebody who is also like a captain corralling others. She may enlist the help of others to extract. I keep getting revenge. This is something. This has to do with court. And it's to create an interference, or an interference was created. Something at court maybe created an interference for her of some sort. A block. Stopped her from doing things as she would like to do them. I mean, it's a restriction of some sort. That restriction has to do with money, money, money. Yeah, no bueno. So there's stress. There is, unhappy times here. You get the 5 of Wands. This is, I don't know why this is somebody looking at another person. This is Tasha looking at whoever this is competition. It's a hassle. There's a major disagreement. So, the activist Princess of Swords. Good Lord. This is somebody who is coming up with a game plan on how to do things. But they want to appear honest and they want to seem like they're doing the right thing. But this person isn't going to enjoy. Okay. What I keep hearing is paparazzi. Okay, so maybe they don't. Perhaps other. Oh God, now I'm okay. Give me a second, you guys. Feels like not liking other people talking about what happens, and you can't talk about what happens. So something goes on that other people can talk about, but she can't talk about. And it really messes with the money. So the way to deal with it is she has to put on a good look. She has to pretend like everything's all right. 20. Wow. This is going to be expensive. Okay, so what I see so far, using other people to speak about it, like, it's weird, like, okay, there's something in the court. And it's like winning but not winning. It's expensive. I feel like there's going to be some issue there. Maybe there was some lawsuit. Or, I don't know, can you tell somebody to stop talking about you? There's some type of blockage from doing her job. As far as court, doing the work as she wants to do it. Major interference, wouldn't say it's beyond your control, but there is an interference. The interference affects money in a very major way. And it's a situation that can't be talked about the way that she would normally talk about it. Can you do a gag order on a... I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I guess if you could do a gag order on a YouTuber. Maybe you can. Yeah. Okay. Could be. Something that was very pleasurable and victorious before brings on that disappointment. And it does affect the money. It is difficult, to say the least. And it requires a transformation of behavior. It's going to be heart-wrenching because it's some type of judgment, some type of control. Judgment. Clarify. Wow, power comes out. Lots of fours. So, okay, so in the power, there's logic, there's reason. So whatever it is, there's got a reason to it. It's for safety purposes, whatever this is. It's safety and preservation. There's business here. It's maintaining one's position. However, I see the wrong path. How do I see that? So we see the cars, right? But the way I'm holding the cards, their drivers are going to the floor. They're going in the wrong direction, right? If we're going in the right direction, the card would be in its proper position. Or they might be driving into a heavenly position. This isn't driving into a heavenly direction, now is it? And the card is about power. The card is about power for money. We get that in those pentacles there. And the rock star. And then the rock star is a choice here. So the star is making a choice. She will have to make a choice to be charming and chill about that shit. About whatever this shut the fuck up shit is. Whatever the distraction, interruption that stops her from doing as she pleases. Whatever that is, puts her in a state where she makes some reckless choices here. Very angry energy, egotistical. I know what I'm doing, but not at the same time, not really aware of what truths and things are coming behind you from up above. So this, for me, feels like a learning awareness of self, getting a karmic response of some sort. This is energy waiting to intercept, waiting to have its turn or whatever. And it could also be those watching quietly. Ace of Swords. This feels pretty heavy. Wait. And the Ace of Swords upside down like that? It's like chaos and brutality. Just saying. So the rock star makes a choice to do something, makes full face choice, I guess, to do something that takes her off track. Dare I say, I feel like something gets stopped. Clarify. Wow. Completion in the Hierophant. Okay, I hope this isn't true for her, but it feels like she loses support in some alliance that she was having before. In the Hierophant, Lindita? I'm sorry, Linda, you've missed the time for questions. We're just being nosy right now. And I'm almost done. Please subscribe, though, and you can come back and check out another reading when I do the lives for anyone. Well, for the subscribers. So I see something coming to an end here, or it's like somebody higher up above her has to make a decision based on information being given. The Hierophant is here, and it's somebody, for me, it feels like something that used to work some way doesn't work that way anymore. And a new approach, while it is required, it doesn't happen before the punishment. Right. So something of value that I hope it ain't her YouTube page. I see some type of blockage, some type of inability to do something around things that are pleasurable, winning, financial bills being affected, like being on your way to this, but that's what happens instead. And I don't mean literally prison, but it's like you bring about endings for yourself. Time for a new cycle, but a situation that one isn't able to release themselves from at the same time. I feel like we're going to hear about whatever this is in the next 10 days. And it is going to be about something in court, because that's here. Something to do with court waiting for it or results. Something of that sort. Maybe there is a gag order like Eskimo said. But whatever it is, there is a freeze on something. There's a stop on something. There's a group decision on something because of the way data comes in for others to have to interact with. A higher up makes a decision. Could be a judge. Could be whoever writes the checks. But this could, yeah. This could be judge. Somebody makes a final decision on something. Whatever it is, it turns the rock star upside down. And they start doing sideways. She starts doing sideways things. She finds a different way to distribute her cruelty. It'll be expensive, though, what she's doing. Wow. Next 10 days, we'll keep our ears peeled for law stuff, I guess, for Tasha. Legals. Wow, interesting. Yeah, talk negotiations go down with somebody she relies on. She has to make some changes. Major changes. And this is from things being thrown off balance, being overwhelmed, having to juggle opportunities, chances, work. This is in the Hangman, money, credit cards coming all out. So it's like the thing that gets you drunk, the thing that gets you high is the thing that costs you everything and puts you in a place of isolation. Ooh-wee. Somebody's giving her bad advice or bad data. Feels like somebody luring her in with the promise that they can help, but they can't help, or they don't do what they say they're going to do. And it was very expensive. All right, y'all, that's it for me. Shit. Well, let's keep our ears peeled for legal stuff. I hope that's not the case. Yeah, well, maybe. Shit, Tokyo Tony was talking much shit about her daughter. I don't know, could you sue for that? Could you get a gag order for that? To take that video down? Maybe? I don't know. We'll keep our ears peeled, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. As always, let's see what data comes. Please be careful out there, you guys. Whatever it is. And don't forget your grace. I will see you guys tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you don't miss any of the updates. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you, too, for hanging out, Eskimo. Don't forget your grace, everybody. Good night.